Hello everyone, this is me Helsinki Starr and welcome back to my channel. So today I'd like to talk about the new releases by Huda Beauty, which are free pastel obsession palettes that I have right here, which is rose, mint and lilac. I have all three of them and I'm gonna do different makeups. As you can see, yeah, I'm gonna do very fun look, and I'm gonna try to use all the shadows here so I can give you my most like precious review. I already been playing with them for a few days, so I know how they work, and I'm gonna tell you everything that I think about it. So let's get started. I already tested this palette a little bit and I'm gonna show you a different eye color makeup. I'm gonna put the mint, for example, on this eye and the lilac on this eye, and then I'm gonna do a full makeup using the rose palette. I already have my Pillows base on my eyes. I always use this base for any eyeshadow. It's creasing a little bit. I'm gonna just pat it with my finger. So let's give it a start. I'm gonna start with the darker, brighter shade, this one in the mint palette on this side, and then I'm gonna do the same with this palette, also using the darker shade. I'm gonna do quite a simple look because after having tested all these palettes, I figured out that that's not a palette for like complicated, different tonals looks. So I'm just gonna go with matte, with shimmer, and gonna do like a winged eyeliner. So let's start. Okay, this is so powdery, and these mattes they're like super dusty, so I would recommend you to do your eye look first. Don't do your foundation first, because even if you bake under eye, you still gotta, you're still gonna have to like clean it up and it's gonna be messy. Well, I always start with my eyes, always. I know it doesn't look so attractive on camera when you have like your eyes half done and your face just bald, like bare, but well, that's how it works for me. So yeah, they are chalky, but I think Pillows base can do something with that. It sticks good to the base, actually. I can't complain. By the way, I'm using the Anastasia Beverly Hills brush from her classic palette. I love this brush, it's super useful. I tried to make like a form the other day using the shadows, but no. I think these palettes are for quite like simple, pastel, cute, sparkly looks. Okay, I'm gonna make it a little bit round, just to give it a shape. It blends well on the base, by the way. So I've just done my left eye, and now I'm gonna take this palette and take the darkest shade. Here I only used one shade. I used the brightest shade. It's super powdery, super dusty, really. I've used the darkest, well, if you can call it the darkest, but yeah, the darkest shade here. I really don't know why do we need these two, really. I wish you have put some like really bright green, but yeah, then that wouldn't be pastel. But really, these two shades are just unnecessary. I would prefer maybe some other shimmer or something like this, but I didn't even use them. They look absolutely white on me. They are very chalky and white. This one is kind of chalky actually, but I do love how it's blended on the Pillows base. It blended beautifully. I didn't have any like problem. As you can see, it looks really nice. I'm gonna do a little macro for you after, so you could see. Okay, let's apply this one. Again, oops, the Pillows base should be creaseless. Okay, let's do it. This brush is like a little bit smudged, but well. Let's apply it in here. You know, purple shades are like really difficult to produce, so I'm not surprised that they are like more difficult to work with. Okay. Well, are you gonna blend, my darling? Yeah, the purple is more patchy. It's kind of difficult to work with, and it's not the first time I'm using it. I don't know, maybe because the Pillows base, they did this eye first and then this eye second, to the Pillows base it kind of dried a little bit. I'm gonna try another time before I film my final review, which you're gonna see in this video, but you know, I'm just doing it little by little every day, and I'm gonna see, maybe just the base should be wetter, but well, I'm struggling a little bit more. This one blended for me beautifully, but this one, yeah, it requires a lot of skill, I would say. Okay, well, we're gonna get that. In general, this for me is like a transition shade. I understand that these are pastels, but still, I would like to see some like a little bit darker one. Come on. Because I love the gradient in the eye looks. When you start with a lighter shade, you go to the darkest. But well, here, literally you can do an eye look just using one shade. So, okay, I'm gonna take a little bit of the light one. They are also kind of chalky, but they're gonna help me to blend the corners right here. So I'm cutting my crease with the pillowy base too. I have hooded eyes, so I really have to cut my crease, and I like to cut it high. Let's see, and then I'm gonna add some shimmers. I wanted just to add shimmer with my finger, but I said no, I want to do something that's gonna look a little bit more like complicated. I don't want it to look too simple, so I decided to do that. Let's do that. Okay, I'm gonna do the next eye off camera, and I'm gonna come back to you guys. I'm gonna take the shimmer from the Mint palette, guys. I'm gonna take this one. It's super beautiful. I'm gonna maybe mix it with this, using this applicator by Huda Beauty. Let's try. I'm gonna try with the applicator, then I'm gonna try with my finger too, because I want it to be really shiny. Wow. I don't know if you can see. Let me do it in macro. I'm gonna put the lights a little bit down. You see it's super shiny. Wow, I love the effect. That's the shimmer that I'm taking. Let me do it a little bit with the finger. Let's take this finger, this one. Okay. Yeah, that's super shiny. I love how it comes out. I'm gonna blend it a little bit with the matte on the sides. I'm gonna add a little bit more with the brush. Let's add a little bit of this too. Sorry, this too. In my inner corner. Yeah, I just do it like using my finger. That's very comfortable for me. Shines really beautifully. I'm gonna take this purple shimmer right here, and this one too, and put it in my crease. I love how the shimmer work actually, and I love they're super shiny. They have like small glitter all over it. Wow, really, really great. You see, it's gonna be a great cut crease, I think. That's me. Sorry. Let me put a little bit of matte in here so I can blend this into my skin. Okay. Now let's do it. Now, after like having tried the palette various times, like both of them, I know more or less how to work with that, and well, it becomes easier. Wow, I love the shiny one. I love it, absolutely love it. Love the shimmers. By the way, guys, my hair is like so gray. I tried a new toner and it came out super gray, but I hope I don't look too bad. Let me know down in the comments what do you think about my hair. It was kind of experiments. I don't really like it myself, but well, they say it's gonna, I mean the company Schwarzkopf, the one that I use for my hair, it say that the color gonna wash off because it's just a toner, not a permanent color. Okay, here I'm gonna take my finger. Yeah, I think it works better with a finger. Okay, it looks cute. Now a little bit of this lighter shimmer in here. Okay, that's so pretty. Guys, the shimmers are incredibly pretty. I sincerely got this free palettes, well, just like mostly for the shimmers, because wow, just take a look at that. A little bit in the inner corner here. I finished my makeup. Let me show you how it came out. I decided not to do any winged eyeliner because I just want you to see it in full colors. As you can see, it's very light, very pastel. Let me show you like that. I'm using my favorite blushes, and yeah, it's super sparkly, and this palette didn't, I mean the mint colors didn't give me a lot of runaround. And on the other hand, the purple one was kind of difficult, a little bit difficult to blend, but well, I love how it came out. I love the idea of having two eyes different color. And well, I'm just gonna leave it like that, and I'm gonna do the second look using the rose palette only, or maybe mix it and doing something creative again. So let's see the next look. If you'd like to see my full look, that's how it looks like. If I have pastel eyes, I decided to go with like very dark black liquid lipstick. This one, by the way, is by Kat Von D, and it has like little glitter on it, so like a pastel got today. I love how it came out. It's kind of not the easiest shadow to work with, but overall I'm happy with the result, and absolutely love the shimmers. Hi guys, here I am. Excuse my brows, I just decided to do my brows first. Let's do the second look. I'm gonna use in the rose palette, and well, these shades look too pale for me, so I'm gonna just start using this shade right here, and this one I'm gonna mix them, and I'm just gonna put them like all over my crease like that, just using these two shades. Let's try. I already done the first eye, now let's go with the second. Okay, it blends actually really nicely, can't complain. The only thing is like really pale. Actually, if I was like doing a look just for me, I would use some other palette to add more like deep shades. But well, I just want to show you a look that you can do using only this palette. So well, let's give it a try. Yeah, that is super pastel. Well, when you buy this, you know that these are pastel. You don't expect something like very bright, but still. This is like super powdery. Once again, as I told you in my first look, please do your eyes first. It will really help you because the fallout is like strong. So yeah, okay. Blends beautifully. You see, it's like super powdery, super powdery. Let me try. I'm gonna take a little bit of lighter shades and just blend them here under my brow bone. I'm using again the P. eyeshadow base, always only these base. I'm gonna blend it like that, and also gonna put my under eye line. You see, it's like super pale. Really, I don't know why or why there are so many similar pale matte colors, but well, whatever. I like to use the yellow one. I don't know, I don't think I'm gonna use this in this look. The yellow looks like super pale to me. Look, it looks like it's white with yellow undertone. I don't think I'm gonna be using that. And with that look, okay, maybe I'll put a little bit of yellow on my under eye here. It looks strange. No, thank you. I'm just gonna use the pink shades, just the pink ones. So guys, I'm gonna show you how I cut my crease using the same P. base in the shade Rumor When. Okay, I'm gonna do it a little bit high because I have hooded eyes, and then I'm gonna put the shimmers all over this crease. Yeah, I'm gonna do quite the same look as I've done with the other shades, because these shadows are a little bit difficult to work by, and I want to tell you something that I really like. Know easy how to do, and I'm a big fan of half cut creases or full cut creases, so well, bear with me. Okay, I'm gonna put a little bit more here. Just don't do it too cakey, okay? And this time I'm probably gonna do winged eyeliner. Last time I didn't do winged eyeliner. I said, oh no, I don't want to do that. I don't want to spoil the makeup. I wanted to keep it just pastel and so. But this time I'm gonna do the winged eyeliner, so it's gonna look different. Okay, just like that. I have hooded eyes, so I really like to do it high, but I'm not gonna do it too high, so the matte shades will be seen a lot too. Okay, I'm gonna do that like that, and I'm gonna even put a little bit of shade of the eye base under my eye, so I can put the shimmer in here. I'm gonna be using this shimmers. Let me show you. I'm gonna mix like all of them. I'm gonna keep using this free all over my cut crease and this in the inner corner. It's very sparkly. Use some like applicator like that, or use your finger too if you're doing it on yourself, because these shadows are very glittery, so they're not gonna apply well with a normal brush. Let's continue. Yeah, they're super like fairy style glitters, and I love the sparkle. They're very, very sparkle. I dried the cut crease too much maybe, but it still applies really sparkly and smooth. I'm gonna add up with my finger because that's how I get more of the color and glitter payoff. Wow, you see? That's super sparkly. Looks like super gentle and pinky. I'm gonna do the winged eyeliner, I think, and I'm gonna apply my lashes, and I'm gonna show you the final look. Also, yeah, I'm gonna put that shimmer, like yellowish shimmer in my inner corner a little bit, and well. I think that looks kind of pretty. I'm gonna blend a little bit the cut crease here, so it's gonna be blended to the eye. This shade is really pretty. I love this, like the brightest, if you can call it the brightest pink shade. If you'd like to see my full look in the macro, well, if you can call it macro, here it is. Let's put the lights a little bit down so you can see the sparkle. It's super sparkly. In real life, and most of all in the artificial light, it's much more sparklier than on camera. I love it. Looks super subtle and super pastel, but you know, I'm more like a bright or like dark kind of eye look girl, but with the lashes, eyeliner, and the bold lip, I like how it came out. So guys, let's go and talk about all these palettes. I'm gonna tell you my detailed opinion about them, and let's decide if they're worth buying or not. This has been my 2, or well, let's say 3 looks using all these palettes, and let's talk about them. This palette has got the lowest reviews of all the Huda Beauty Mini Obsession palettes, and I own almost all of them. I own one from the original collection. I own all the precious stones plus 2 neons and 1 mini nude obsession. And this has got really low review on Temptalia and American Sephora. I love to give to every aspect of this palette a note from 1 to 10, and then I'm gonna count and get like a medium note. So it's gonna be very subjective opinion, but that's how it is. So let's get started. The idea of making pastel palettes, I would give it the 10, the not 10, because, well, that's a great idea. The pastels are the trend of this year, of the spring and this summer, and I really love the idea. Yeah, there was some kind of little scandal that Huda stole the idea from Colourpop, but on the other side, it was Huda who got this who the first got this trend of making 9-pen little palettes, and Colourpop got it. So, well, I don't know how to say. Anyway, that's another very like something super original to make like a lilac or pastel tones, because we had precious stones, we had nudes, we had neons, now we have the pastels. So, well, for me, that's fine. I love that they made 3 different colors. So the rose, the mink, like greenish, bluish, and the lilac one, but the color scheme inside the palette is a different story. So the color scheme, I give it 5 points out of 10. Why? Because every palette really has it looks like it has different colors, but it looks different in the pan. But on your eyes, a lot of colors look absolutely absolutely the same to me. Most of all the matte one. So let's go one by one. I'm gonna zoom it up like that. So let's say this color was the only one that I used on my left eye in the first makeup, as you can see, and I absolutely love it. It was kind of easy to blend. It's a beautiful, gorgeous pastel mint color. Then these two, which are supposed to be like lighter tones for this one, so you can like blend it. This look absolutely identical to me. Just take a look at that. My camera, do you want to focus? Yes. They look absolutely identical on your eyes. They're gonna look super white. Just, that's too white for me. And we don't need two of these colors in this palette. Again, this one, I don't know why in a mint palette we need this nude, this orange, warm tone nude in a cool tone palette. Why? I guess that's because Huda wanted to sell the palette to everyone. So let's say, oh, a person that likes to do nude makeup's gonna buy it because they're gonna say, oh, we have like a nude color, some like a nude shimmer, and then if I want a pop of color, I'm gonna get it. But we don't really need it in the palette. The palette that Colourpop made, the mint one, it has only minty, like again, greenish, like turquoise tones. So I don't know, I don't need this color in this palette. What I would love to see in this one instead of this, and for example this two, okay, Huda, you can keep one really this white mint shade. Okay, maybe someone likes it or whatever, but I would take this one out and I put like a kind of like darker shade, maybe like a darker teal, or I would put like a sky blue pastel tone, but that's not too white. The problem of this matte is that they have a lot of white base in that, and your eyes, it looks just like white with like a tiny little hint of color, which I don't like absolutely. So the only shade, a really matte shade that I used here was this one, and that's it. Okay, if I want to do super nude makeup, I'll maybe use this one, but really this one are so unnecessary for me. So I would change it for like a sky blue pastel. And this one I would choose for like a darker, maybe something like, I don't know, something like in the Emerald Obsession. Let me show you. Something like this. I know that's not pastel, but actually this color is not so vibrant anyway. So I would just change it for something like that, if my camera want to focus, and that would be great. Then the mattes in the purple one, again the same story again, guys. Just really, this one's the color that I use for my makeup. This one is very useful. Then again, we have these two oranges, which I don't know why, again, we needed. Most of all, they're absolutely identical, and they are very similar to the nude shade in the mint palette. This one looks pretty, but it's again looks super white on your eyes, and this one is just absolutely white. So again, these two are necessary. I would change it maybe for a darker purple, like for example this one that we have in the Colourpop lilac palette. So in the color scheme, the Colourpop palette, I like it much more. About the mattes, I like it much more, and the shimmers, I like them less because they're less glittery, which I'm gonna talk a little bit later when we're gonna talk about the shimmers. But the mattes are so much better because we have it's almost like broken, because we have different types. We can really create different looks. We can create deeper looks. We can create lighter looks. With this one, all the looks are gonna be just like lilac, very light lilac. So it's literally, you're gonna just use one or two shades in the crease, and then put the shimmer. That's it. That's very easy. But this is actually very Huda style, because if you see Huda makeups, she almost never does some like graphic stuff. She just puts some matte all over the eyelid, and then she puts some shimmer, her beautiful lashes, eyeliner, and you're ready to go. This is maybe very beginner friendly, but on the other hand, the mattes here are not beginner friendly at all. They are kind of chalky. They have a lot of fallout. You have to only do your eyes first and then do your face makeup, and they have a lot of white base. It's just it's really not the easiest shade that I had to work with. So again, the color scheme here, I would change it. I would really make it look like that. This color also, I mean, this palette also have some kind of like nude shade, but it's more on a purple like zone. It's not orange. It's not cool. I mean, it's not warm tone. It's cool tone. So I like actually the color scheme here much more than here. And the rose palette, the one that got the worst reviews, it's super pale. This one is one of the palest. Let me zoom like that so you can see. This one is super pale. Again, for today's makeup, I use this shade and maybe a little bit on this. This one is so white. This yellow, if you suppose it to be like yellow, no, it's like white with a yellow undertone for me. Then really, this one is super light, so it's for someone who likes super light makeup. I've never had such light makeup like today. And these colors are pretty, but again, I'm missing some darker shade which I can use for the outer corner to create some graphic on my eyes, to just create a little bit like deeper look. What problem do I see in these beauties is that they are beautiful, yes, but they're not very universal. Like really, I created the looks that I did in this video just to show you what look you can create by using only this palette. But in real life, if I want to create a look using this palette, I would use this one together to use the deeper shade. Or maybe I would use the Huda Beauty Amethyst Obsession together with this one, you know. Or maybe I would use the Neon Pink Obsession together with this one. Or at least, or for example, together with the pink one, you know. So this palette is like a lighter shades. Either it's for someone who wants something like super light, super tender, super cute, and no deeper shades at all, or just for you to use it like an extra palette for other palettes. But for example, just to use this one, for me, it's just too light, like center for me. And also, I would say that this palette, I'm not sure if it's gonna work on a darker skin tone. I would say that up to medium, but something that goes that's deeper than medium. I don't know, maybe I would have to try on a model, but I don't think this color is gonna really work. That's what I would have to say about the color scheme and the matte formula. The matte formula, as I had said before, it's chalky. It's not patchy or something like so difficult to work with, but it's also not the easiest palette, not the easiest matte shades to work with, which when I first did my first makeup with this palette, I wanted to create some kind of like graphic. I thought this one gonna look brighter, but it looks so much lighter on the skin. I use a primer, I always use Louise primer, but it used so much lighter on the skin than in the pan. So I created, it was like such a mess, and I just wiped it off and I said, okay, I'm not gonna film today, I'm gonna try it again. And when you just make an easy look like I did today, then it works. But if you want to create something more like, different color shift, it's not gonna work, because colors are so similar in all of them. The mattes are very similar, and they're so light. They're super light, just too light. It's like, this matte are like a transition shade. This palette has shimmers and transition shades, all of them, only transition shades. It doesn't have no darker, deeper shades to make the look more like a little bit more dramatic, or to add some shade. There's light but no shade. The next point is the shimmers. The shimmers, really, I'm absolutely in love with them. The formula is new, we've never tried it before. It's super like shimmery, it's super glittery. It's like very tiny, very elegant glitter, but it looks very sparkly. I think you can even use it like a highlighter. I'm not sure. I will try, by the way, but the shimmers are really worth having. Again, the mattes are so dusty. Look, by the way, yeah, the formula is very dusty. It's very dusty, so always do your eyes first. Again, back to the shimmers. They are very similar. It's not a shimmer that has like a color palette, like a purple sparkly shimmer. No, that's kind of like an eye topper to me. So it gives you a lot of glow. It looks super beautiful on the eyes, but that's not something that's gonna give you a lot of color. So you can even use it on top of other colors if you like, or if you own any other palettes, and it's gonna look gorgeous. I absolutely love the shimmers, and I would say that buying it for the shimmers, absolutely worth it, but don't buy it for full price. So to the shimmers, I would give it the 9. Why? Because I absolutely love them, but they are slightly too similar in each one. Like really, you don't really see a lot of difference, but they're so gorgeous that I'm gonna give them a 9. The packaging, I would give the packaging 10, because I like that it's not cardboard like the precious stones. It's plastic. It doesn't look cheap, at least to me. It's very I like it. It looks very cute. Absolutely. So I just give it absolutely 10. And the presentation, which means how it was presented all over internet, I would give it like, I would give it a 9. It was a very beautiful Photoshop of Huda wearing like lilac, rose, and mint. So I would give it a 9. Again, the makeup that I saw, it was like really subtle, just like one matte shade and shimmer. That's it. And eyeliner, lashes. And by the way, I didn't see a lot of reviews on YouTube or Instagram about these palettes. Normally when Huda releases something, it's like, wow, everyone makes like a million reviews. But I wonder why. You know why? Because people think, well, it's a good brand, you know, Huda is like the goddess of makeup, so you have to talk good about Huda. And I love Huda. I love Huda beauty products. So people say, well, the product is meh, but it's Huda, whatever. Do I think that the product is meh? No, I don't think it's meh. I think it's just not very universal, which means you can create a lot of looks with that. The quality, for me, is good. Maybe just I'm not a beginner and I really work with a lot of eyeshadow formula and I use my Pillows base. I always use every shadow on Pillows base so they pop off. But I would say if a beginner person would use it just on like eyelid, you know, some people don't use primer. Use just an eyelid or just as like concealer. Maybe it's gonna be even paler than on the Pillows base because Pillows base makes everything, all the colors pop up so well. I haven't tried it without the Pillows base. Maybe I'm just gonna try it on my own and see and update you. But well, I always use Pillows, so that's why every look I do, every review I do, everything I do, I put it on Pillows because I think it's the best eyeshadow base ever. I don't need any other one. What about the price? I would give this beauties 6 points again because I think the price is kind of elevated for the amount of looks that you can create, which means and if you really want to buy freeze, it's gonna be much more expensive. So yeah, you can play and create like maybe some like pinky lilac minty look. I should give it a try too, but then you need to buy all of them. You know, sincerely, you could only have one palette or two with these colors. I mean, you can save 1 or 2 palettes. I mean, I know every brand wants to sell more, so of course for Huda it wasn't really sellable to create just one palette and put like a lilac, purple, lilac, mint, rose, matte, and 6 different shimmers. Yeah, she would gain probably less money, but you know, the effect would be literally the same. Just imagine this lilac, then the darkest mint here, then the darkest pink rose here, and 6 shimmers. Just take this like 4 beautiful shimmers and put like a lighter, like a yellowish one, and that's it. So you literally can put the best shades of 3 palettes in one palette and create your like perfect pastel palette. But no, so that's why they added so many similar colors. Probably they wanted to follow the color scheme, and there's not a lot of tones. There's not 50 tones of mint or 50 tones of pastel lilac or 50 tones of pastel rose, pink, whatever. So they just put like, okay, we're gonna put like a slightly lighter peach, and then we're gonna put like a slightly lighter peachy pink, and we're gonna put a slightly lighter dusty mauve peachy pink. So literally these are like the same colors. And well, I will give the price the 6 because, well, like in general, I think the price for these palettes are fine, but the price for exactly like how many looks you can create of the diversity of each palette is not that great, so I'm gonna give it a 6. Anyway, if you really like the color scheme and if you love that type of shimmers that are very glittery, they are like glitter eyeshadow toppers, and you're into light shade, then just get it, but get it on some sale, on Sephora sale, or maybe some Huda Beauty website sale. I think you're gonna love it. Me, sincerely, I have a lot of palettes, so they are worse for me because I'm gonna use the shimmers for sure. I'm gonna use the shimmers a lot, and I'm gonna use the brightest mattes. Am I gonna use a lot the light mattes? I don't think I'm gonna really use it a lot because, well, you know, I don't, when I put the shadow base, some people maybe put some powder, some like white or like transparent, I don't know, shadow on top, but I only put shadows on wet base. So for me, these like light colors are really, they're useless. You know what I also want to say about this palette? That I don't really like when brands try to please, like, they create a palette and they're trying to please everyone. So like Huda tried to please everyone, so she put these like easy nude shadows in the palette, but really that's a mint palette. We don't need the orange one in here, guys. We just don't really need them. Just I would love some more mint shade in here. I would love some more pulp, like purple lilac shade in here. I would love some more pinkish shades in here. Let's recount the points that I gave to these palettes. The idea was 10 points, the price was 6 points, the matte formula quality 5 points, the shimmers formula quality 9 points, color scheme, color story 5 points, packaging 10 points, presentation 9 points, and the medium medium number that the palettes got was 7.7. Did I love these palettes? Yes, I love them. Yeah, this review, I don't know if it's kind of neutral, negative or positive. I would say that the bad reviews that these palettes get are not, for me, they are, I kind of disagree with them. Yes, I do agree that Huda has made better palettes, but for example, I really enjoy, I love, absolutely loved all the shimmers, because this is just my style, this glittery, fairy, amazing, gorgeous, luxurious shine that it gives me. The only problem that I have that it's kind of chalky. It's very white in it, like it's the matte has very white, a lot of white color in that, and it's dusty. But again, for me, I don't mind if it's dusty because I always do my eye makeup first. So yes, they are dusty. If it's a problem for you, then you're not gonna like it. But for me, that's not a problem because I don't mind it. I always clean my under eye gently, so and then I put my face makeup, so I don't really care. So I did enjoy playing with them, and I'm gonna use them. I'm gonna love them. Even if I'm not gonna use some of the pale colors, still I'm gonna, out of the 9 colors here, let's say probably out of the 9, I'm gonna use 7 or 6. And the same, so yeah, they are worthwhile. I'm gonna use all the shimmers for sure. So I did like the palettes. So the medium note that they received by me, counting all the notes that I gave them, 7 and 7. I think I kind of agree with them. I would give these palettes maybe 7 or 8 points. I don't know. I would give them maybe, I think 7 and 5. I would give them 7 and 5 points because I love everything except of again the white base of the mattes and a lot of similar colors. The chalkiness, it's not such a disadvantage for me because, well, with the pillows base I can make it work. Put in my eye makeup first, I can make it work. So I did love them personally. Are they the most favorite palettes I've ever tried by Huda? No, they are. But are they the worst palettes I've ever tried by Huda or in general? No, they are not. I like Desert Dusk much less. I like some of her first Obsessions much less. So do you need them? I don't think you need actually all of them. So if you want to try some pastel, or if you really love the lighter shades, I would recommend you maybe to get one. Which one would I recommend you most? It depends on you what color story you like. I sincerely, the one that I like most is the purple because I'm a big fan of purple. When I ordered them, I first thought I'm gonna like the pink one first because I love pink, but it's like so light and cute. Too cute for me, too cute. I'm like a little bit more like rock and roll, so well, I would say that this one is my favorite and this one is gonna be my second favorite and this was one gonna be my third favorite, let's call it like that. So which one is the easiest to work with? I would say I would agree with everyone and say that the easiest to work with is the mint because it is, and it was super easy to blend. In general, purple shadows are difficult to fabricate, so you know, it's pinks or like mints are always going to be a little bit like easier to work with. That's why it's very difficult to find a perfect purple tone, and this one is not bad at all because it's not purple, it's like a pastel lilac. So yeah, but this one is like, when I blended it, if you saw my first makeup, it was kind of more difficult to blend it comparing with the mint one. So I would most definitely say which one I would recommend you. It just depends on the color story. If you want something fun, I would recommend you the mint because really not every palette has these colors. And if you want something like something more like a subtle. Well, they're all subtle, but I would recommend you this one, and maybe this one I recommend you the least, because it has, the colors are super light, and I think we all have these colors, like a transition colors in all the shades. So once again, these are gorgeous palettes with gorgeous shimmers and gorgeous transition shades, but these are transition shades. I would recommend you to use some other palette together with this one. So if you want to create like a darker look, and use these beauties as additional eyeshadow in your collection. So guys, really, I think it's maybe not the best release, but it's not such a bad release like people say. Maybe just people are not familiar with this formula. They're not familiar with these shimmers, that these are eyeshadow topper. These are not just like a pigmented shimmers. So overall, I love these palettes. I enjoy them, and I would give them 7 and 5 points on the scale from 1 to 10 by Helsinki Starr. So this has been my review of Huda Beauty Pastel Obsession, and if you like it, guys, please put a thumbs up and comment. Have you ever tried these palettes? Maybe you liked them or you didn't. Maybe you liked another Huda product. Just tell me your opinion about it, and tell me which one you like most of these 3 and which one you like the least. And did you like the makeup that I show you? Very simple, yes, I know, but well, that's what you can do with this. Simple but still beautiful. And subscribe to my channel. Thumbs up. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram, which is Helsinki Starr _, and see you in my next videos. Bye bye.